So hello guys, welcome back to Car Advice Kenya, and it's yet another episode where we are doing a Mazda series. The last time I was here at Mazda Care Centre, I was with Felix some time back last year, and I'm back again because of public demand. You want to know more about Mazdas? This is the guy to get to. We are going to talk about the Mazda CX-5 or all the Mazdas, Demio, and see the problems they face, how to solve them, and how to maintain them, and how much you need to maintain such cars. So stay tuned.
I'm Felix from Mazda Care Centre. I've been doing Mazda since 2016. I'm a specialist in Mazda vehicles.
Yeah.
So with Mazda, as me, I loved Mazda because Mazda is the most reliable car if it is well maintained.
Yeah.
Very economical if it is well maintained, and we can't talk about resale because here in Kenya people knows only Toyota with resale
Yes.
value. So all in all, Mazda is good in fuel consumption, power, and general maintenance is okay because all the parts are available.
So before I forget,
Yes,
the last video,
yes.
we forgot to put your phone number there.
Phone number.
Yes. And
My mobile numbers are number one Safaricom. I have Safaricom line and Airtel line.
okay.
Number one with Safaricom we have 0707 162 825. That's Safaricom line. Airtel line I can repeat once again 0732 87 4834. So you're welcome to Mazda Center.
So let's start with the CX-5. There's been a lot of fears, as always, about these diesels, and I can see here at your garage, you have two already, and one engine is down.
Yes.
Yeah, so are they reliable, these cars?
Yes, with the Mazda CX-5, it's very good car. Like me personally, I love that car because of the torque, the power giving me. Number one, the problem comes where the customer doesn't know how to maintain it.
Yeah.
So number one, here in Kenya we don't have the quality of the diesel. It's what contributes a lot to the problem you are hearing here everywhere that CX-5 is problematic. No.
Yeah.
We all know that any car with the electronic fuel injection needs a pure diesel.
Yeah.
And here in Kenya we don't have that pure diesel.
Yeah.
So it forces mechanic or the technicians to come up with an idea on how to, because they are from where these vehicles comes from, they do something known as emission test.
Yeah.
Those emission tests like Euro 4, Euro 5, Euro 4, those are those are the procedures or the process how to test the substance that burns from the diesel, which comes out through exhaust line, if they are environment friendly or they are full of gases or things like that. So here in Kenya, our diesel contributes a lot to the damage of that engine. So once you go to this car, first maintenance, you go and do a DPF delete. You delete completely, because that DPF, it is in full, it is called particulate filtration, diesel particulate filtration.
Yeah.
It is a substance or a component introduced to the exhaust line to filter out the diesel, the filtration or the filtrate that comes from the diesel.
Yeah.
So our diesel has a lot of impurities in it already.
Yes.
So filtration will be, the car will not be able to filtrate by using the component itself. So that's why we introduce the mechanical delete of that DPF, whereby we just increase the size of the holes inside it, so that filtration, if the impurities from the diesel comes out through exhaust valve, they get through penetration without blockage. So we do mechanical delete first, whereby we increase the size of the holes so that the hot air can penetrate then to the exhaust tail back, so without recycling it back to the intake. Number two, we do software delete. Software delete is where once you do mechanical delete, the sensors are there to trigger
Yeah.
or to communicate with the CAN bus or the computer.
Yes.
So making there's something done inside. So the only thing computer will be able to do is to advance on the fuel line.
Yeah.
So if you do it mechanical, you do only mechanical so that it can dissipate hot air without software, the problem we'll have is the smoke outside. If it will smoke, one, computer will advance by delivering excess fuel to go and burn the impurities or the clogged system.
Yeah.
By creating that the heat, the exhaust line is heated.
Yeah.
So it will force to deliver excess fuel, which will not be burned as for that time. So the valve will release it,
Yeah.
so that it can be continue burning to the DPF line.
Okay.
So that it releases the or it really call it soften the impurities so that it can be pumped out
Okay.
through hot air impeller, because this is a bi-turbo. Number two, if you don't do a DPF software delete, it will consume.
Yeah.
The car will consume a lot. So it will forces the owner to do also delete, software delete. Another thing we do, some people do even EGR folding. So the EGR line also returns back the impurities to the intake back. So that's which we don't do it commonly, and if we are instructed to do it by the owner, because all in all the EGR DPF are all in the emission lines.
Okay.
So I think here in Kenya, oxidation and reduction, they help in reducing the carbon, the escaping gas, or the oxygen escaping through exhaust line, or the mixture of gas with the fuel. So I don't do folding on EGR.
Okay.
I just leave it, because once the hot air is going through, is going to the exhaust line, EGR will also pump the unburnt gas back to the intake. Hence, will help us in the fuel economy.
All right.
In the car.
So I have a question.
Yes.
The DPF delete and everything else you have said about CX5 is supposed to be done when someone has bought the car.
Immediately, if you purchase the car, before using we call it the unpurified, or we call it our diesel is lower grade.
Yeah.
So once you bought this car,
Yeah.
you buy it, come to the garage, we remove it. It will dissipate them, the gas or anything forming in the line of exhaust will be free.
So is it too late? Is it too late? Someone who has bought a Mazda CX5 and has stayed with it for some time, it is now giving them problems. Is it too late for them to come here and get their car sorted? What can you advise them?
You know what I advise customers? If you are getting the car and you import it by yourself, you come directly to the garage. We do mechanical delete, whereby we help the car to dissipate hot air through exhaust line first. Once you ignore that, you are fueling your car. Then if you are fueling it, the impurities inside, or the impure diesel, will form the so-called carbon sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Those are substances that form hard layer in the exhaust line.
Yeah.
So once you use it, after some time, those hard layers will start forming immediately once you use the Kenyan fuel or African fuel. Because our grade, I don't know, we are our fuel is graded, which I don't know the grade, but we accept that we have the unpure diesel.
Okay, so approximately how much would it cost for the DPF delete? And
as we talk now, it costs around like mechanical delete costs 8,000 here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I don't know any other part of Kenya, but here in Nairobi, whereby we remove we uninstall it from the car. There is a MIG welding joint, the upper joint.
Yeah.
There we have two components inside.
Yeah.
Number one, we have a catalytic converter,
Yeah.
which helps in the oxidation and reduction by reducing oxidizing, whereby it creates the pressure that help in reducing creating pressure in the exhaust line, whereby the unburnt gas will be able to be pushed back.
Yeah.
And the EGR pump will be triggered, then the EGR pump will be pumping them back to the intake.
All right.
The escaping gas. So we don't tamper with the catalytic. Catalytic is on the upper side and the particulate filter is on the lower side. So we just make 12 millimeters holes through, and it is a hard layer, which if you drill 12 millimeters holes, it won't break by itself.
Yeah.
Until it is either it gets even if you are told to break that thing, it's as hard as stone.
Yeah.
So you will just drill 12 millimeters holes. That is mechanical delete. Around 6. That is enough to dissipate hot air through exhaust line. Then we charge it is charged at 8,000 Kenya shillings. We go for software. So after the MIG welding joint is welded back, it is cleaned, then we install it. We install it back. Then the car is taken to the software specialist.
Yeah.
They delete. Deleting it helps in, once you do the mechanical delete, the sensors are there to send the signal to the computer that there is something done. Either it's done or whether it is clogged, it will send the signal to the computer. What computer can do is only to advance on fuel, to release more fuel that line so that it get burned down, of which even our temperature is hotter, but it can't, those are hard layers. When formed to the exhaust line, will not be easy to regenerate.
Okay.
So we're using a machine, or the car won't be able to get the temperature that makes them melt to the exhaust line. So by doing the delete is good because it will help you. One, easy maintenance for the engine, because we won't get errors. Most of the errors comes, this car has a lot of computers. Whenever anyone is not functional, we have something called CAN bus. CAN bus will send signal to the computer that all the components to go to the safe mode. There is a problem with the engine. So most of the lights people are getting from this car is as a result of even one sensor. It has a limp mode, or we call it safe mode. All the sensors will not get the signal. It will work manually. So I can advise, this is a good car. The only thing you do when you get the car, you do delete or DPF. EGR is not a must, because once you are done with DPF, that's the major issue only. It will dissipate hot air. They will not be recycling the hot air back, so the engine will be free without any problem.
Before we forget, let's talk about the head gasket. Do they come in metallic head gaskets or plastic, or does someone need to change?
No. If you're changing gaskets, you can change it when you get the one gasket is metallic. Well, let me start from there. It's metallic, 4 sheets, 4 layers sheet, which is the standard one. Even after your car overheats, we just retain the same, the original gasket. So it comes with metallic. It comes with metallic gasket. The problem comes in whereby your car is not able to dissipate hot air through exhaust line. The hot air will be recycled back through EGR to the intake. So from my analysis, because I have a lot of gaskets for the CX5, the replaced gaskets. The fault starts whereby it is a bi-turbo. We have DPF on the left side, the right, so we call it the right side, and the left side is turbo. From cylinder head, we have only one hole one outlet of all the 4 cylinders. So of which they introduced the lobes on the exhaust camshaft. Those lobes are meant to release every cycle in a 4-stroke. 2 lobes releases the pressure
Yeah.
so that it doesn't build a lot. Those pressures, if your DPF is clogged, they're the one contributing for head gasket blown, the head gasket kuchomeka, hiyo inakontributiwa na hiyo pressure.
Okay.
Hiyo pressure, if at all, it can't dissipate through exhaust line. So once every cycle, there's lobes that we have camshaft followers. So every lobe releases the pressure in the exhaust line only. So once your camshaft is defective, it will contribute to the cylinder head blowing, the cylinder head gasket. Another thing, when your DPF is clogged, it will contribute to the blowing of cylinder head gasket. So what I advise customer to do these things before you see any or you start using the car, because even as we talk now, the car can be imported from Japan with the same problem. It started from those sites.
Yeah.
When it comes to Kenya, it will extend rapidly because one, temperature. Yes. We have hot temperature here. The hot temperature. Another thing, DPF will tend to clog faster because we have a lot of impurities in the fuel. In the fuel.
Yeah.
So once you are done with DPF, I think your car is just totally off those problems. It won't be able to get those problems. It's just like a fever. It is getting it through DPF and when the camshaft or exhaust camshaft is worn.
Okay.
So there's no need for replacing the gasket without any sign of over temperature, engine oil or engine coolant over temperature.
Yeah.
Post limited power. If once you get the three errors, one, if you want to know the car has a problem with the gasket, one, it will register the code known as engine. The code I can't tell it because it's P0 or something.
Yeah.
Engine oil over temperature or oil pressure too low. Engine coolant over temperature, post limited power.
Yeah.
So those are the common codes with the car with the same problem, which has developed the cylinder head problem.
Okay.
So once your car hasn't shown any problem on this, or those the 3 codes I'm saying, it is free from the gasket, the blockage ama kuchoma gasket ni ngumu. Another thing ni ile ukileta hiyo gari tuseme ukitaka kujua shida iko nini, you will just rev it at standstill.
Yeah.
You'll hear where the sound comes from. If it's coming from exhaust, the DPF is the previous owner was using it.
Yeah.
If the sound is coming much on the hood, you know that there's a blockage already. Whether it is new, you do a DPF delete. Whether it is used, you do a DPF delete locally. Whether it is used locally, pate inagurumia tu hapa kwa hood. Jue hapo DPF imesha block. Hizo ndio zina contribute towards the cylinder head cylinder head gasket blowing. Napata sasa kuna in between the cylinder kuna mahali lazima hewa itapenetrate.
Okay.
Yeah.